Hello everybody, this is Andy, and welcome to episode 27 of Omnifactory, and we are finally in the creative age, and as you can see, there's a bunch of creative tanks behind me, with a bunch of stuff inside of them. However, nothing is really hooked up yet. None of these liquids right here have any storage buses on them. This is going to be my liquid wall. I don't know how much use it's going to get, but it's definitely going to look pretty cool. And I'll put something in between them so they aren't just like, floating. And this is going to be my fluid solidifier wall. Once again, not all of these things are going to be in use. However, they will look very cool, and they might cause a little bit of lag, but, I'm going for aesthetics here. One thing that we need to set up immediately, though, to move into the space properly, or to get started moving into the space, is energy. And I plan to use the draconic energy system along with some phantom faces to supply all of our energy to everything here. And to do that, we're going to need to build a giant dragon ball in the roof. So let's go gather everything for that, and I'll be back when we have it. Okay, so I've gathered everything we need and done a little bit of basic setup. Ignore the bats, they're being pretty loud up there in the cave that I had to block off to make this thing. However, I'm going to make a tier 6 energy core for now because I'm running low on draconium. Draconium being one of... wait. How did I miss that recipe? What? Okay, never mind. I thought I was going to have to set up a very good draconium production system. However, apparently ingots can't be extracted. However, yeah, ingots can't be extracted, but like gears can be, and plates can be. So it's just weird. Okay, I'm going to get a pipette and I'll set it up. Basically, the system that I used was I went around and pipetted like all of the fluids and all of the ingots in my base, or I fluid extracted the ingots and then pipetted them, and I just kind of shoved them into the creative tanks. That's how I'm putting them on the tank wall. And now I'm fairly certain we have everything that we need to assemble the core. So let's go ahead and oh man, let me out. Okay, this is actually really quite cool. It'll make it for you if you have all the materials in your inventory, and then just like sucks them out. It's a 13 by 13 structure, so I should have just enough room here, I think. I don't know if it's gonna avoid the blocks. Oh, here comes the awakened draconium. Oh man, look at how cool that is. It looks like it used up all the draconium it needs now, and does it just need one layer of awakened? Hello? Are you done yet? That core took a lot more awakened draconium than the wiki said it needed. It said it needed like 378 or something. It just used over 500 for sure. However, we have our tier 8 energy core. Nice and activated. Oh man, that's really large. Oh, I'm gonna need a structure to go around that, or it's just gonna take up so much like viewing space in our thing. Okay, so we have no energy going in, so I think I want to set this to output. Is that what it is? Do you have energy going in now? No. I figured it out. I had the glass all wrong, and I hooked it up to look a little bit better. So now this thing should be receiving somewhere during daytime, like full daytime, it's somewhere around 250,000 RF per tick. I have 32 solar panels up there, and it's starting to fill up. We already got 12 billion RF. That's not bad at all. But we should probably think about hooking up some of these bad boys. So let's do that as well. What I'm gonna do for this is add energy relay crystals. So I'll have an energy relay crystal in the middle some here, and then I'll have these IO crystals on each of these CEFs that I need to have. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use an energy pylon. I'll have multiple of these on each side. However, I think, oh, you should go away. Sorry, bud. I'm going to have multiple of these on each side. However, I think this is going to be the only input because we're going to be using primarily solar panels, neutronium solar panels for our power, and those things are pretty overpowered. So I think what I have to do is click that and then click on here, and it should start sending energy. Yep, it instantly sent 64 million RF, I guess, and then I'll clear it and then click there, and I should just be able to bind all of these guys, and they should start getting the energy that they need to do some running. Alright, and now we have everything hooked up. There are these lasers when energy is being transferred, which I'm not entirely sure how I feel about. But I think I can make them look good even if they're going all over the place. Also, is that a block down? Oh no, is that a... oh no. I might have to bring this energy relay crystal a block up. Hold on. So now what I should be able to do is get some of these machines started. As you can see, I already set up the Awakened Draconium one. It should backlog 16 stacks for now. I'll probably put like an 8 times draw upgrade in each of these, so we have, or at least in the most commonly used ones, because we might need a lot of them, especially in stuff like tungsten steel, tungsten carbide, tungsten, all that kind of stuff we use fairly frequently, especially in the microminers. So what I'm just gonna do is say, take a block of tungsten, shove it in here, and it should compact into the correct form of tungsten that we actually use, and then I'll tell it to auto outport and then shove it down, and it should auto send directly into here. And I have all of these storage bus on the drawer controllers right here on each side, so we can have 64, what is it, 80? We can have 80 items going on each side. That's pretty good, and they should just immediately show up in here, all the block forms, ingot forms, and nugget forms, that's what they're called. Okay, this feels incredibly wrong to me, but I'm gonna do it. And all those blocks are deleted for forever. Let's get rid of these as well, and I'm gonna need to change the mode up to 1, right? Nope, up to 1, okay, perfect. And what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to put the energy core in the roof, because it was just taking up way too much room, and I think it might have been causing a little more lag than it has to. So I'm going to move it up there, and I'll be right back. I'm definitely going to have to clean all of this up quite a bit. However, I think we should be ready to build it, if I grab all the stuff that I need from out of here. Okay, let's attempt to build the tier 8, and get out of there before it starts destroying my entire life, and hopefully this works. Okay, it's done being built and activated. Okay, it looks like it has enough room just about. I'll probably clear out this layer too, just so it actually fits in the space entirely, even though we'll never really see the top. And then I just need to tidy up this wall, or not wall, but like this thing that I have destroyed right here. And there we go. It's kind of tidied up. However, I will finish tidying it up completely and figure out how I want to set it up tomorrow morning. And the first thing we're going to do tomorrow morning is create another neutronium solar. It shouldn't be that difficult. The chaos shards are the hard part. However, I already ordered them and they should be good to go. Omnium is completely free now because we have the creative tank. Superconductor wires essentially free. We have the creative tank. What's expensive? I guess I just have to do some annoying crafting to get up to the chaotic solar panels. From the draconics, which is some annoying crafting. Gotta make like the draconic cores and all that kind of stuff. However, it should be pretty good. And then we'll be creating 8 million RF per tick for this base, because this base is definitely gonna need it. Also, I want to start filling up this bad boy. I want to see if we can at least get maybe like 10% full on this thing. That'd be pretty wild. But I'll see you guys in the morning. It'll be 2 seconds for you, 10 hours for me. Bye-bye. Okay, it's the next morning, and a couple things have changed. I have added these distributed systems, I think, and they're all LUV. I'm going to run all my distribution at LUV because it's a lot faster. And also, I do have to set up this distribution stuff, even though I want to fully automate everything, because I'm still going to need to craft things like machines and all that kind of stuff. So we need to essentially rebuild our entire base here, except this will be all of our like blast furnaces right here. So we do need 1 blast furnace, and it's going to be an aquata doped monocrystalline boule wafer, or I guess it's just an aquata doped boule here. However, we want to make these automatically so we can use them to make into the ASOC wafers and the SOC wafers, and then we need to automate all of our circuits for the foreseeable future. So let me there goes my jetpack. Let me automate this blast furnace, and then we can start getting onto the process of actually automating the boules. To automate this blast furnace, I literally just need to put some silicon into there and some Nequata into, Nequata. I thought I grabbed Nequadria for a second. I'm using a creative tank to supply the argon, and it's all just hooked up to the ME system underneath. This is where I'm going to run most of my wiring and set up little like these distribution systems like this, and there'll be some basic like a distribution or crafting stuff just set up under here. However, this thing should be going, and it's not going to be super fast, but you get 64 of the things once you cut them, so I think we'll be all right. I'm going to need another creative tank just to supply this thing with lubricant, and I'm going to go have to find my lubricant. And there we go. I already got my first Naquata doped boule as well, so we can just import that into there, and it's very fast with lubricant. Okay, now I'm going to need to probably throw these into a drawer, and I created some of these special drawers that look more like the compacting drawers, because I want everything to generally carry the same aesthetic feeling throughout the entire base. So let's go ahead and push these into... Whoopsies, didn't mean to do that. Push these into here, go ahead and lock the drawer really quickly, and we'll distribute these between two laser engravers. They are being distributed underneath, just like that, and the two lenses that I need, oh, you can't fill up like that, sorry bud. Two lenses I need are Nether Star and Zirconium, and that will turn into a couple of things, and we're going to export those on the top automatically into two more drawers, I think. And then I think we'll just... No, wait. That conveyor is in the wrong place. Darn it. Okay. Conveyor on the bottom, and tell it to import with the screwdriver, and this should begin cutting if I give it more lubricant. Okay. So let's... how are we going to put lubricant in these guys? I think that's how, and we are creating all of the wafers that we need. So let's go ahead and lock these drawers, and maybe I will storage bus them. However, we might just distribute them via item conduit to the assembling machines, or not the assembling machines. Wait, are these the things we need for the yeah, these are, okay. So we'll just distribute them to the assembling machines via item conduit. And I think that will be our assembling machine tower. I just need to distribute soldering alloy to these guys with a creative tank. And I don't think I've mentioned this before, actually. However, this is how I'm going to color my cables. They're going to basically be based on the color of the metal that is used to make them. Like IV is made with lumium, so it's all yellow. And this is LUV, it's made with signalum, which is orange, so this is all orange. That way I'll know which cables are which, and I won't accidentally connect machines up to the wrong one, because the gray cables that they automatically come with once they're covered are not the greatest. I think I'm actually going to make this too wide and put these assembling machines here for special cases. So 5 of these will be used with soldering alloy for, you know, doing stuff. 1 will probably have rubber, 1 will probably have polyethylene, or maybe 2 will have polyethylene, and yeah. The reason I'm only going to do the first 5 in here is because I'm using LUV machines. LUV machines are special in the fact that, well, they can't make tier 6 circuits, and we're going to have to power this guy. So let me show you how this works as well. I think I already kind of did, but here. You get the full run through. I need zirconium IO units. These things go here. To input into something, you have to change it to output mode, and then you use your crystal binder, link it, and you can make it leave your hand. Unlike, I kind of like that feature actually. It's not like the astral sorcery. Oh, that was a mistake. What happened? We're gonna go back to 1 tower for now, and it will be used with 5 because that's how many I need. I'll add the second tower later because I think it tried to push too many amps to power all of these for some reason, and I don't really want to randomly burn my wires because I'm only using the 8x cables here, which should have been able to handle that, but I don't know. This is a 16x CEF, so maybe it is able to push multiple amps per machine somehow, sometimes, but I'm not going to take that risk. So those are the wafers set up. I'm just limited item filtering into all of these. The top 2 will be 5, 4, and then the bottom 3 will be 3, 2, and 1. Now we have to tackle all of the other parts that come with these circuits. So let's go ahead and start with tier 1. We need plastic circuit boards and tin alloy wire. So we're going to need a wire mill and some polyethylene sheets and copper foil. Okay, let's do the wire mill first. Actually, let's set up sheets first because I need some of these sheets, the polyethylene sheets in specific, to actually make the machines back at my base because I tore out my polyethylene infrastructure. It's perfectly fine, like we're just going to do it this way anyways, and you don't have any energy. And that's very simply because I forgot to turn it to output mode. Okay, so now we have a ton of polyethylene sheets and I'm going to export this into a drawer somehow. I got enough polyethylene to make my cluster mill, and this is the setup. Okay, so now I'm going to need 3 chemical reactors, I believe, to make plastic circuit boards, and then secondly, multi-layer fiber reinforced epoxy, or no, I'm going to need 4 chemical reactors, because I need these fiber reinforced normal circuit boards. Okay, let me gather up those. And there we are. The first 3 are done and dusted. However, we do have a little bit of an issue with the last one. It doesn't use copper foil, it uses electrum foil. So we're going to have to set up another one of these little systems right here to make the electrum foil that we need for this guy. I think I'm going to probably do it on the next row. And there that is. I'm compressing the electrum plates, cluster milling them, shoving them into here, and then we're running the wire down and around back into this item conduit system right here, and then I'm filtering them into here. So we're now getting all of the different things. It looks like we're not extracting fast enough. So let me add maybe 2 extract speeds into this conduit, and we should be good to go. Okay, we might also not be creating this technically fast enough. However, this thing is pretty fast. The next step is to just run this item conduit all the way down and around and insert all of the boards that we're making into the assembling machines. So now we just have to focus on each specific circuit level and create the things that we need for it, because the hard parts I think are done. So our first one, since we're using the ASOC method, we need fine tin alloy wire, which should be pretty simple. This first one is really easy. The tin alloy ingot turns directly into the fine tin alloy wire, so we can just lock this drawer and connect it to the item conduit system and shove it into the first tier assembling machines. And just like that, we should be getting a ton of tier 1 circuits. Oh, they're very fast. I think they make 8 at a time like this, right? Yeah? Yeah? No, 4 at a time. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a drawer controller under here to connect to the drawer system right here that I just made for the circuits, so we should be able to access them from our IMI network with a little bit of wiring. And what I'm doing with these item conduits when I come across them with my ME wiring, I'm just using the ME conduits right there. That's the only place that I'm going to use the ME conduits because I think they lag my game a little bit more, and there's going to be a lot of them in this place. So I'm going to use the covered cables because I think they're a little bit more FPS friendly, I guess. I don't know. So now, if we go over to our system, right over here, remember this system isn't connected to this system in any single way, so we should be able to see our first tier circuits, and we already have 1,600 of them. This is a pretty robust system right here. The next tier circuits require fine red alloy, which requires 2 machines because it can't be made directly from the ingots. However, that's perfectly fine. Now I just need to hook this up to my system as well, and we should be good to go. So what I'm doing is exporting on brown, coming over here, or not coming over here, directly grabbing that, coming over to here. Oh, no, you don't do that. How are you? How did that happen? Anyways, come over here, put the fine red alloy into here, it should begin importing, and we're getting a bunch of tier 2s. I just have to tell the machine that you are allowed to put things over here. Perfect. The third tier is much the same, however, the fourth and fifth tiers both have to be made at a much higher level. So, this one has to be made at, this is, what, LUV? No, this is, ZPM. So we need ZPM for the 6 tier ones, and I think we need also ZPM for this one, right? Yes, that's ZPM. Since the next 3 circuits need to be made at ZPM, why don't we make them at ZPM? I stole the 3 ZPM assemblers from our other base, and now we're gonna pile them up right here. I think the color I'm gonna use for ZPM is black, and, you know, it's kind of cool looking. I think I'm going to continue spray painting these cables no matter what, because I can do things like this. If you spray paint them, they won't connect. And now it looks like we're able to make the 4th tier circuits. Okay, I need to put the drawer back that was once there, and are you gonna auto output? No, because I never set you up, but now I can just lock you guys, and you're good to go. I'm also now beginning to eat through our energy because we have many things running right here, including this guy over here, which is sucking 32,000 RF per tick all the time because it might take a couple minutes for this superconductor wire thing to fill up, though it's over halfway there, and I have a couple of these machines running part-time. Some of them are running full-time, like these and these. Eventually they will stop, but this one is going to run for a while because you can see it's not even backing up yet because these fiber reinforced circuit boards are needed here and over here. So yeah, let me figure out how to begin to automate tier 5 or tier 6. I think I might go straight for tier 6 because tier 5 is a little bit difficult. Tier 6s are somewhat more difficult, but they're nothing compared to Tier 5s. For Tier 5s, you have to fully automate a microminer, which is not really something I'm into doing at this exact moment, or at least I want to get the Tier 6s done first. So, we throw the stem cell into here, we need to supply this with dragon eggs using an IMI interface, and we're going to have to run the wire under there. For now, I'm just going to steal all of my dragon eggs out of my other system and shove them into here. However, it does need a conveyor, just like that, and import, okay, and you should begin working. No, oh, you're importing to your export, okay, just like that, there we go. And you're not oh, no, you're just incredibly slow, I forgot about that. Like I said, I'm going to prime this system with all of my dragon eggs, so we should be good to go. I believe this is essentially enough dragon eggs to last the entire game, so maybe, I mean, I'm going to get more anyways, so it's not really a big deal, but we got a big head start. Also, I'm going to throw some of these stem cells in here so I can set up the next step in the chemical reactor process. And alright, there we go. Very slowly but surely, I'm shoving the stem cells into the chemical reactors along with some multi-layer fiber reinforced circuit boards that are being made over here. Once again, I had to connect this to the item conduit system and filter everything insert, but that's fine. I was going to have to limited item filter anyways, so we're doing well. So last thing to do here is to add a drawer for the stuff that goes in here, and then I can begin thinking about automating tier 6s. So we are leaking energy way worse than we ever were before. However, we're getting to equilibrium on some of these guys. I already have 2,000 of each, and they should be available in the system, which is really cool. That's super nice to see. The problem is I'm leaking energy, and I think right now we're leaking almost 200 KRF a tick, which you know, it's gonna last a while because I was charging all night last night at 200 KRF a tick. However, it's not gonna last forever. I can't just stop playing and expect things to be okay when I come back, because those wetwares, they're essentially never gonna fill up that drawer that I have for them. Up here, I have 32 solars. I have no way to get to the top, so let me find a way to get to the top. This is the area right above my base. I have 32 of these normal solars, and I think I'm going to add a couple of draconics just so we can stop losing RF for the time being. And these things do transfer energy out, right? Yep, I think I only need one connection, and the solars will transfer between each other and out into the conduit. So if we go check downstairs, actually, before I go check that, let me show you how close we are to my normal base. Oop, lag spike. This is where my normal base is, and we're moving just directly over here. It's so close, in fact, that yeah, I have been able to use my wireless crafting terminal at the base down there, so, which is kind of my point, and I don't know why the rain just turned off right there. That was weird. It's been doing that recently, I don't know why. But using my wireless crafting terminal has been so much easier than having to go back and forth all the time. So let's go back down here and make sure we're doing okay on energy once again. Oh, we're pushing in 250k a tick. That's pretty good. Are these guys are off. What happened? You ran out of stem cells. Am I not throwing? I'm not putting stem cells into you? I thought I was. Oh, wait, no? You should be getting stem cells. That one's actually on me. The system was behaving exactly as I told it to. I told this guy, active with signal. I want it always active. So now we are getting in here just fine. I do want to extract the raw growth medium and just throw it away, however. And I need to put all the boards into here. So let me do that really quickly and I'll be right back. The last step to automating the tier 6s fully is the niobium titanium wire that I'm making right there. I just need to set the filter to put it in 64 at once, and it should begin working. You don't need soldering fluid, you need something different. You need sterilized growth medium. Let me get a tank for him. Since the tier 6s are the kings of the circuits, let's give him a little hat. There we go. And I'm gonna have to break this, aren't I? There we go. Sorry, bud. And try again. Okay. Put stuff in. Titanium. There we go. In the meantime, I've been crafting up all the stuff that we need to upgrade our solar panels further. So let's throw 2 draconics on that side, 2 draconic energy cores on that side. Hello, slime. And one chaotic core in the center, and it should make us some chaos solar panels. This is the last step before we're allowed to make neutronium solar panels, which I think I can make one of. I have the chaotic core materials necessary to make them. So actually, before we do that, let's check the conduit system. Can you handle 4 crafts? You can, but then you can't make the neutronium solar panel. Okay, let's go ahead and do the chaotic crafts, and I'm going to shove these upstairs to make our stuff charge faster. Go ahead. This area down here, over the last couple episodes, for some reason, has turned into like a huge slime farm for me. If I ever needed to spawn slimes into the world for some reason in this pack, I would have no issue making it just in this base. While we're going ahead and waiting for the energy bank to charge back up, let's add 2 more LUV precision laser engravers right here. So I have to run them LUV because this system, or this process, has to be run at 32,000 EU per tick, which is LUV. This is the one which is used to make the 8 crystal circuits at a time, and this is the recipe that I'm using. And yeah, you may have also noticed, hey, there's another blast furnace up there. Why is that stacked like that? Well, I'm kind of running out of room in this chunk to do things, so we're starting to stack up. However, this thing is making the engraved crystal chips that are needed to put into one of these precision laser engravers and turn into the crystal CPUs. So basically, we're just going to make these, shove them into here, and make the better ones. And slowly but surely, we are now making the crystal system on a chip. You might notice something a little different, though, to my right. It's some simulation chambers and a loot fabricator, because we're not producing emeralds in this place, and there's a special quality about emeralds. They can't be fluid solidified. So what we have to do is we have to create them using deep mob learning. I'm going to make a little centralized, or not a centralized, whatever the opposite of centralized system is right here. I'm going to feed this thing pulsating polymer clay, and I'm going to run this just for ender pearls. So do these guys have power? Are they running? Can't begin simulation. Can you not input energy on the... Oh, there goes my phone. Nope, we're good. I forgot to change this to output. So now these guys should be running. They're not that expensive, right? Only 2,000 RF per tick. That's like 20, 30 times less than this machine right here. So I think we'll be okay. What I want to get is my first pristine matter so I can set the filter here. Okay, now I've got my first couple of pristine matters. I want it to make emeralds, and when this craft completes, it should get auto-pulled into here and make the plates. I'm going to put a drawer, didn't mean to teleport there. I'm going to put a drawer on top of this, and then we should have half of the issue automated. Don't connect there, please. And okay, so what I'm going to do is actually remove the interface I have up here supplying emerald plates. It's apparently gone anyways, so there we go. Let me do this really quickly and I'll be right back. I went ahead and connected the item conduit up there, and we should be producing emerald plates fast enough. This thing is definitely not going to be able to keep up with the system right here that can create these. However, we're going to get such a huge backlog of these, and it makes the circuits 8 at a time, that we probably won't even really have to worry about it. Okay. Now that we have that, my dog is barking in the background. I'm sorry. He's being very loud. Hold on. Okay, he calmed down. I went out and had to pet him for a little bit. I'm trying to record a technical Minecraft video here, bro. Okay, so I put this crystal system on a chip in there, and it should begin crafting me a bunch of circuits all at once. Okay, let's go ahead and output this guy into here, and we should be sitting pretty on circuits for a while. This is one of those things that's not actually fully automated in the system. I believe it's actually the only thing in this system that's not fully automated. So tier 5 circuits are the only, well, I guess the stem cells not yet. So we're going to have to, at some point, fully automate exquisite diamonds, which means fully automating the tier 3 microminer, which shouldn't be that bad. Like, it's just a couple of things here. We've already got the circuits. Sensors are easy. You know, this should be fine. I now officially have enough energy in the system to make 1 neutronium solar. So we need the 4 chaotic cores, 2 more blocks of omnium, and let's go. Okay, perfect. And it should charge up disgustingly fast. However, let's go ahead and check our energy system again really quickly. Yep, down to 6 billion. That's fine though. This thing will make us so much energy. Okay, oh wonderful. It's in the system. Neutronium solar. Nice. Okay, we're gonna put this one up above the factory, and I'm gonna have to find a way to get to the top once again. There is genuinely no reason to keep these solars around because they're somewhere around 1,000 times worse than this one neutronium solar panel all combined. Or not all combined, but yeah, let's go check our energy ball now. We should be absorbing like 80 almost. Wait, am I hitting a transfer rate limit? I might be hitting a transfer rate limit, unless I'm just using so much energy. I don't think I am, though. No, it looks like it's outputting everything. Perhaps I'm refilling buffers or something. However, I'll keep an eye on it. Actually, you know what? That's probably just energy that we're using. I have a bunch of these guys running, which are all running at 120,000 RF per tick, and then I have 2 of these running at full time right now, which are each like 400 something, 500,000 RF per tick. So yeah, 7 million seems about right for the like the gain or whatever. However, that means we have a huge overhead to continue automating things. Well, with this done, and a little bit of simulation chamber stuff running, let's go ahead and set up a true automation for pulsating polymer clay, the last automation we should ever have to do. And then I'll shove a bunch of simulation chambers in this chunk right here, and hopefully that should be enough room. If I need more, I'll probably just scale upwards because, you know, we have a little bit of room to grow. In order to run this multi-smelter to make a bunch of glass, we're gonna need the things to make glass, which is sand. So let's auto-export this into the thing that will make the sand for us. And it does that, and it should auto-pull and begin creating glass fairly quickly, though I could do for a little bit faster. This might be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and shove this directly into an IV electrolyzer. Does it not auto-push? Wait, you are an electrolyzer, right? Yes. Why aren't you pushing? Oh, the back is the output. I keep doing this. There we go. Nice and fancy. And it's definitely working faster than this thing can work, but I think this is going to be enough. I changed my mind. There's no way this is going to be enough, and if I want to use this nether quartz or glass anywhere else, we're going to need a much better system. So let me grab one more of these, not that, Draconium IO units, please, and connect it up there, do the thing. And this should be running significantly faster. Hopefully the cobblestone generator can keep up. I think it is. It might not. Oh no, it is. Okay, it's good. And this thing is running 100% of the time now, I think. However, we're still not getting that much nether quartz. But over time, you know, backlogging 5,000 stacks of it, I think we'll be okay. So it's a little cramped. However, this is what I'm doing right here. I'm electrolyzing the quartz, same as usual, pushing it up into the drawer, which stores it right here, and then I'm pulling out of this nether quartz, because this nether quartz can only fit into here. It's the only thing in the drawer that can fit into here, so it'll only ever pull out the nether quartz. Then I'm extracting from this on the purple channel, shoving into here on the purple channel, and putting the clathrate right there. Okay, the clathrate now needs to be used to make, well, I guess, we don't need Endurium blend anymore. It needs to be smelted turn into pulsating dust. So maybe I'll put up another multi-smelter. And well, there's our second multi-smelter, and we're getting the pulsating dust that we need. Okay, so now I just need to alloy smelt this pulsating dust, I think, with some clay. To do that, I'm gonna need to create clay somehow, and the way we're going to do that is similar to the setup that we have in the other base, which is I'm going to use the line to create both clay, gravel, and sand. Yeah, those three. And I'm going to shove them into a drawer on a drawer controller to the side. Right like that. And there is the system to make the sand, dust, gravel, and then clay. What I'm doing is essentially just pulling out with an item conduit and using a creative tank with water to shove into here. Actually, could I? I could add an aqueous accumulator, however I don't know if that's going to be any faster. I think I'm just going to leave this as is for now. If we use clay faster than this, I'm going to be very surprised. So the next step is just simply an alloy smelter. And here is that alloy smelter. I put a drawer on top, tell it to export, and we should be all good to go. I need to lock it, and do I need to... There's no easy way to connect it up to this drawer interface. All connected up and good to go. I also changed something over here. Fluid lasers are now being used to move water because they're fast, and I don't know, they don't look very cool, but you know, it fits the bill. It's got a laser, you know, it's kind of cool. However, I'd say this is a fair amount of progress for this video. I plan to fully move over to this base and like move all my drives and everything over and reformat my drives and make sure everything is, you know, clean and ready to go. Soon, maybe next episode, maybe the next one after that, but this is pretty good. We have 2,000 of each of the circuits, which should be enough to last us a while. This is automated to a pretty decent point, except for the emeralds. However, we have a billion emeralds left in here. Let me go ahead and show you. 899. Each of these makes 10 of these, and each 10 of these makes 80 circuits. I think we might actually be good enough for the rest of the pack. However, I am going to be automating most things with IV machines, so we will definitely see. I'm going to go ahead and figure out some simulation chambers that we should be running in between episodes. We don't have to make any metals anymore, so that kind of frees up a lot of space to make other things. Well, I mean, I guess we have to make diamonds and emeralds, but, you know, other things other than that, like no copper, no iron, no gold, no silver, no lead, any of that stuff isn't going to be made through simulation anymore. We have infinite sources of it. So that means that I can make things like string or leather or zombie heads through simulation without sucking up all of my polymer clay or, you know, using too much energy or anything like that. And I'm very excited for that. So I'm going to figure out some stuff in between episodes, but that's definitely going to be all the time we have for today. I look kind of mean in this helmet, don't I? Maybe I'll change it out. Anyways, have a fantastic day. If you did like the video, maybe leave a like or something. I don't know. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.